Hello everybody and welcome to What's Broken Now. And it's me, your imitation JayEmm, giving you all the vitamins and minerals that the real JayEmm does. So, as of this week, I have 3 working vehicles. And that has changed from last time. And in 3 might be a slight exaggeration because 2 of them only kind of half work. So they are the 106, the MR2, and my new tractor. The International has had absolutely nothing done to it. We've established it starts, I've established what I need to do to it, and I've established where the oil should go. Next thing to do is buy a new oil filter, a new fuel filter, a new diaphragm for the vacuum governor, so it will go bom 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 rather than brum brum brum. And we'll do that. Apart from that, nothing's happened there. And the MR2, well, that rattles, so that's not really working. It drives, and we're trying to work out what's wrong with it, but nothing's happened since I did the geo on it. So it's the plucky little 106. That still rattles, that's still got a wheel bearing that needs to be done, and at some point, I will do it. Jupiter. Jupiter has been a big disappointment and has upset me quite a lot. I thought this was just going to pop off, and it doesn't. That felt poppy. Oh God. That sounded dubious, didn't it? Ah, that's water in the piston, that's bad.
Wait, is that the piston?
That's the piston that goes to the engine. So putting water in it is bad. And this is this, which is wet there, which implies possibly problems. Oops, no, we don't. So that's important. But that's just put that in. Oh, a little bit of water won't hurt being in the engine, will it? A little bit. It's only a little bit of water won't hurt being in the oil. I need to change the oil anyway, it'll be alright. It's only a little bit of coolant.
I'm sure the compression chamber would love incompressible water in there.
Well, it's fine, it'll just push it through here. Just leave out the valves. It'll be fine, right? Well, that's... Oh! No! Bollocks! It looks like, it's dribbling in my underwear. It's wet. It looks like I pissed myself. It's getting in the, my boxes. It's all unpleasantly wet. Bollocks. We got the head taken away, split it, and went, the gasket has fallen apart. This is the end of all my problems. It was obviously just the gasket had broken. Obvious. The gasket's passed, air's rushing into the water system, pushing out the water. New gasket, heavy duty gasket, put it back together. The compressor has returned, and so now I'm refitting it in the hopes that when it's all back together again and plumbed back up, the fire engine might actually work and not push all the water out. If it's not this, we're back to not having a clue. So really are hoping at this moment in time that this is the problem. So just putting the studs back in, which totally go in how they're meant to go. And hope for the best today. That's going in too. Don't you... There we go. Now, into there you bite. Jubilation, dear viewer. Jubilation. Come on. I cannot If this doesn't work, I am going to cry. Right. I've actually worked up a sweat. If you want to save on your annual gym membership, I highly recommend buying a fire engine. Somebody else needs to share my pain. How did you lose your finger? Oh, well, I was trying to do off a Jubilee clip. That's all now back together again, so I feel quite distraught that was that hard work. Relieved and victorious, but definitely distraught because it shouldn't have been that much hard work. All we need to do now is drain the water out of the system because we filled it up with hose water when we were investigating it, and now as the weather's turning, it really could do with some antifreeze in it. So the next stage is climb underneath and drain all of it out again. Woohoo! Oh, going into my arm. Oh, it's so unpleasant. Stop! I'm pretty sure there's more water inside Jupiter than there is in this bucket, or this bucket will hold.
It's a big bucket.
Antifreeze tastes sweet.
Don't drink the antifreeze.
But it tastes so sweet and nice. It's like nectar. It's vehicle nectar. Why? This is the heavy water. The heavy water. It's because it started deionized, you see, it makes it heavier.
It's just water.
No, it's heavy water.
I'm entirely sure we haven't got heavy water.
Do you want to try lifting it? It is heavy water. Can we hear water pissing out of it yet? In goes the antifreeze. Oops. I've antifreezed the outside of the tank. It's important to make sure the outside and the inside of your water system are coated with antifreeze. Otherwise, the outside can crack, not just the inside. Pro tip from Lawrie Thursdays. I've done this so many times and been like, everything's fine, and then just to hear. And you sit there going, why? Why'd you do this to me? Turns out this takes an awful lot of water.
Who knew?
Hello. It turns out I have exactly the right amount of coolant. Let's put the cover on it and fire it up and see what happens to the rest of the coolant. Jupiter, I love you. Jupiter, I do. As long as you work. And don't do something stupid! Oh.
So what's the problem?
Exactly the same as before. Immediate overpressurization of the water system. That's disappointing.
Yeah.
Bugger. I am sad now. With the Dodge, it's been more or less the same. I've had my friend Matt here and we have just attacked it with some wire brushes and found more holes.
Oh dear! You alright? No, move your head.
Yeah, but it's atrocious.
We're currently wire brushing the cab of the Dodge down, and apparently it's made of metal Swiss cheese. I'm glad you find it funny. He's got the fittings. Oh, it's bad, isn't it? Oh dear. I understand what everybody thinks about this truck now. I keep telling everyone, oh, it's not that bad. There's not much metal left on this.
This bits, they just want to sit on the floor now.
We just had to find a sliver of metal, which is fine, and we just build from there. And Laurie, have you found a solid bit yet?
It's just made of Swiss cheese. The whole thing is just Swiss cheese. How's your side? Oh.
There's not a side over here. I mean, if we pull it back up, there might be. There we go. That's.
I think this bit's actually alright. Or maybe not there. I found a bit that's okay.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a good square inch here, which is good too.
Oh.
This bit's not okay.
There's lots of good bits on this.
There's some really small areas
Yeah, but they
scattered about between the holes.
It is the cabs that die on the Dodge 100 series. And when they built these cabs, they did a really, really bad job. This isn't that old. It's only
86?
86. It's only 4 years older than me. Look at Jupiter. 81. Built British built. Look at that.
In fairness, this has lived its entire life on the seaside.
Wait, it started like
You
in
sure the
Manchester.
cab hasn't been in the
Oh,
sea?
really?
It's Manchester Fire Brigade engine.
And then became Western Superman.
Supermare, yeah, and then Red
Died.
Roof.
Oh, it's in that top corner which I told you about earlier and you said it was nothing.
Yeah. When you said it was nothing, when I said it was nothing, I meant
Literally nothing.
it literally is nothing.
Oh.
And the panel was there, but it's still. Oh god, that's. Oh.
Has the discovery been made?
Yeah, there's a secret compartment here that you can put hands.
Ooh. I've been working on Lauries Truck, helping him grind away at most of it today, and it's becoming more and more clear that this truck has clearly had quite a few repairs done in its life. If we take a look here, there's a lovely flat piece of metal, rusty but flat, and most of the other floor is bead rolled, so it has the little grooves in it. If we pull this up, we can find a bead rolled floor. So someone has very clearly put just a flat piece of steel on top of a rusty piece of metal and gone, yeah, it's fine. And much the same as the other side, this has been a complete bodge job.
I think I understand why there aren't any other of these in preservation.
Yeah. Do you know the really bad bit?
Oh god.
We haven't even started grinding on the floor yet.
So, if anybody wants to buy a fire engine, it's in really good nick. Fine. just needs paint. That's all. And doors. And a floor. The Lotus. I've actually done something on the Lotus. The radiator has now come out of it. That's gone forever. Like that bit shouldn't come out. I met somebody who looked at his Lotus. And he was like, no, that doesn't come out. I was like, oh. Oh, mine it does. And like, it's coming. It came. It's done. Whew. The lights there without Can you access it? But no, because that's all solid.
Can you not take the light out?
Not easily.
Does it not like?
Can't access the hinge unless they just go. Huh?
Who said flip out lights are a good idea?
Yeah.
Well, are they attached to each other?
They're vacuum controlled.
Oh.
How? Does that help? No, that won't help at all. Cause that just... Unless I take the bonnet off. Because that looks like that. It shouldn't pull out, but I wonder if it will just pop out. It does. But now, aha! You have to take the entire car to pieces. What? Oh, there you go. That's that. Which one's up and out access? Bolts down there. I really don't want to pull this off. Access those bolts now down there. See? Ah, that would be that. That would be that. I think. Why are they relays stuck in front of the radiator?
You know, just in case.
Why? Why have they put wires in front of it? They don't need to be. You should have put the. Great. That's got that whole wiring loom. Why anybody thought that was a good idea to attach that? I've forgotten which way around these are meant to go. I hope this is nothing important. Relays aren't often important, are they?
Mm-hmm.
It's just...
It's not weight, is it? It's just literally something holding it there. This is not a sensible idea. That doesn't sound good.
It didn't, did it?
That sounds very much like fiberglass crunching.
It did. But that would be...
Lift from the...
Oh dear. I'll just whip the radiator after I said. It will be easy, I said. Where the conversion happened to put the new radiator in, they decided to cut the fiberglass down on a load-bearing area and put in some MDF. It needs a major repair, which is why the nose is drooping, because the fiberglass has cracked. So it's not holding it, which is why there's cracking elsewhere. It's all actually quite a problem, and I'm starting to formulate a plan on how to rebuild that. The 35. Well, the radiator of that actually gave up. It always looked a bit manky, but if you watch in the video where we picked up the International, when it's parked up in the shed, the front bottom half of the radiator is very wet. And when I came back here a few days later, there was a rather large puddle under the front of the tractor and no water in it. So I've now taken the radiator out of that, and that has gone away for repair.
Oh, lovely colour.
Oh, come on. You know you want to go. You know you want to give up and free the radiator. God damn. Right, that's attached elsewhere. Where else are you attached, dear boy? It's just that side it doesn't want to. Come on. Come on. That's right. Oh, washer.
Is it that pipe holding it on?
Huh?
Is it the pipe holding it?
I believe so. That's that one.
It's coming. That didn't come out well I thought it was going to come out, but sure. It looks weird without that.
Yes, it does. That was much more hard work than I envisioned it being. And I need to work out how to get... no, bad. The locomotive. Well, that's finished. It looks beautiful. And we dragged it out of the shed the other day and decided it was time for its big start. I climbed into the cab, turned it on, pressed the button on the starter motor, and it went, well, clonk. 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 Batteries must be fat. No, the batteries are 100% brand new and charged. Oh. So we took the starter motor off and took it to a local firm who at about 12 paces went, oh, good luck getting bits for one of them. I don't know where I'm going to get the bits for a starter motor that was built in 1952 because the armature is totally gone, the main bearing is totally gone, and the brushes are totally gone, and the spares just don't exist. So that's a problem. The Rolls has now left the shed. It's not here anymore because it's now gone for repairs. Yes, something of mine's actually gone and having work done. So there we are, guys. That's a little update of what's been going on in the shed. I don't actually feel like I've made any progress. I still have 3 vehicles that kind of work, but everything else is still pretty much broken, which is about standard, I suppose. I'd like to thank Jeffrey because he's been around for the last month helping out with everything, and my mate Matt's come down a couple of times and helped out with stuff, and I really appreciate it, guys. It's really helped. And so for now, guys, I hope you've enjoyed the update, and remember, like, subscribe, leave a comment telling me how wonderful my fleets are, and any help on fixing any of the problems would be greatly appreciated right now. I mean, I'm not quite on my knees groveling, but we're getting close to that stage of please help me. And remember, guys, we've got the shop, so if you want some merch, buy some merch. Apart from that, see you next time, guys.